it's Lizzie and this is Ask Lizzie number 15, and for this video, instead of getting questions from Instagram or my Facebook page, I just went through a ton of my older videos and newer videos over Christmas break, responding to so many of your comments and reading your comments, and so I kind of like picked my favorite ones from a ton of my videos, and that's what I'm using for this video. Bryce Alley, how would you describe your life in 5 words? This is hard, I don't know. Okay, I would say happy, passionate, inspiring, because everything is inspiring. God, people. Happy, inspiring, passionate, God, people. yeah, that's pretty accurate, I think. Flubberfish Z, do you believe in creationism or evolution, and why? So I believe in creation, evolution, that God definitely like created the world, but he kind of oversaw the process of evolution. If the Big Bang had just happened without any divine intervention, like it's just so unlikely that life would have formed from that. Evolution, same thing, like so unlikely that like the world would have turned out how it was. So obviously, I mean, even if you're not a theist, you just think like, wow, the most like insane chance ever that we exist. So I mean, for me, it's like, that's not just like the most insane chance, it's like for a reason, and it was created by God. But I mean, evolution is like a reality of modern science, and to deny it is kind of pushing away a lot of intelligent people from even considering Christianity, because they just see it as outdated. I know that's a really controversial position, but I mean, it's kind of like what I see is a reality with everything that's been discovered. If you're really interested in how belief in God and modern science can go together, I really recommend this book called Language of God. And I'm actually working with Audible right now. And so if you go to audible.com/Lizzie's Answers, you can download any audiobook for free. So you can download Language of God if you want to. And it just like completely opened my mind. I read it when I was 16. My sister told me to read it, but I just completely opened my mind to how like this isn't a conflict at all. And it's been made into a conflict, but it doesn't need to be. Like everything can fit together. Karena Gridley, how old are you? I am 20 years old. My birthday is in July. Kim's 1109, let's have coffee at Earth Cafe. Down? Oh my gosh, I actually went to Earth Cafe this weekend. It's in Santa Monica, right? Is that the one you're talking about? I went with Nicole and Fallon and Katie, and it was so much fun, and it was really yummy food. Judy says, I saw the point shoes hanging. Are you a dancer? So this is from my room tour video from when I was in high school. Yes, I danced for 8 years, mainly ballet, and then I was on point. I quit dance when I was in high school because I had this awful teacher, and I talked about this in my Draw My Life, who just made me cry and made the studio I was at, the girls were just very like gossipy, and my teacher and the students just made me not enjoy it anymore. But I'm back to dancing now, and I'm so excited. This is actually my leotard that I'm wearing because I have dance class in like 30 minutes. But yeah, so I'm doing ballet and modern this semester, so I'm dancing 4 hours a week, and I'm so happy to be back. But yeah, I was a dancer growing up, and it's kind of like part of my artistic identity because I'm definitely like an artist at heart. Matthew Barnard, your kids will love watching your videos. Really? I haven't thought about that. That's weird. I don't know. I think they would be annoyed. Like, Mom used to be a YouTube star. That's weird. Because like, think about what was really cool when your parents were kids. And that's like so outdated. Like maybe when my kids are older, they'll be like, psh, YouTube, the internet, that's so lame, that's so old school, like that's probably what they'll think about it. They probably won't even look at it. Han says, where do you get your beautiful ideas for your amazingly talented videos? Oh, that's so sweet. The way I started my YouTube channel is I was responding to a ton of messages. I would respond to all of my messages before I got like so many subscribers that I don't have time, but I would respond to every single message, and I realized like people were asking some of the same questions, and I started making videos so I could just be like linked to this video rather than writing out paragraphs to every single person. So that's kind of why I made my like 13 signs so and so likes you videos, because of like messages about that. And then I mean, I've been making videos for over 4 years, so now it's just very ingrained in me to where like random conversations, something I'm reading, like an interaction will just be like, okay, I should make a video about that, and then I'll be like writing a video script on my phone or on my computer just like throughout the day. So it's like the same way that I'm a writer, random story ideas or poems will come to me. I've kind of trained my mind to just filter that artistic energy into video scripts. Nathan Brown, what are your views on other branches of Christianity? I do not think that it is my job as a follower of Christ to judge who is an actual Christian or who's not. If someone says they're a Christian, I'm like, okay, sisters in Christ, you know, like I don't judge people based upon that. And I am at a university that It was founded as like Church of Christ, but it's very interdenominational, tons of different types of Christianity or no religion at all. And it's really cool being in a small group with everyone from a different type of Christianity and no one really cares. It's very amazing, and that's why I think heaven's gonna be like, we're all gonna be from different types of churches, different theologies, but I mean, underlying it all, we believe Jesus is our savior. And so I definitely think like if someone is living for Christ, like they're a Christian. Trombone Girl 915, Lizzie, you have helped me so much with how to spend time with God, but I'm always really down on myself about not being able to be like you were in high school, working on everything, debate, so many AP classes and all of that. So something I really want to stress is that every single person is different and has different strengths. One of my strengths is being able to be super involved, be doing so much, working so much. It just comes naturally for me. And if you're not like that, if you don't like committing to things, that's okay. It's not better to be more committed. I think that one thing that is my weakness is I work so much, I don't spend enough time with people and enough time by myself and with God. Like that's a tendency is for me to work too hard. Your tendency might be to not work enough, so you might need to stretch yourself more that way, but you don't need to see it as negative that you're not going to get involved in as many things. Like I get energy from leading so many things. Like I'm good at that. And if you have different strengths than me that I am jealous of and that I wish I had, and if I met you, we could like discover that, but you don't need to see it as me being better than you, because definitely not. In high school, I was very successful in my classes in debate and creative writing. I won a lot of awards, but the downside of that is I was sleep deprived for so much of high school. I would get 3 hours of sleep consistently. I didn't even know what it felt like to get enough sleep. I was really emotionally unhealthy. I never talked to anyone when I cried. I didn't have close emotional, spiritual connections with anyone in my life. I felt very emotionally isolated, even though I did have like friends. They weren't deep friendships, so it wasn't healthy. I guess I just wanted to say that like, yeah, I was doing all of that, but it was not healthy at all. And if you're not like that, don't at all feel pressured to be like me, because every single person is different. Every single person works for God in a different way. Lindsay, do you ever get mental breakdowns, or is it normal? Because the other day I was crying because I had too much homework and I was crying a lot. Yes, that happened to me in high school so much. It happened to so many people in my high school where we would just start crying because we were so overwhelmed by everything we had to do. I have really focused in college on being emotionally healthy by getting enough sleep, drinking enough water, having friends that I have really close relationships with, and so I think it's difficult to stay emotionally healthy while you're doing so much, but I think it is possible. But that happened to me so much. It still happens to me sometimes where I get so stressed out. So definitely like think through ways to de-stress and stay healthier. Pippa Pipe, how do you get to know who you are and how do you dig deeper? So I think just like think through like, what do I think about that? How do I feel about that? Writing it down, or talking to yourself, or talking to a camera. Like there's different ways. Also like talking to a friend, just like really thinking like, wait, I feel this about this, but why? Like what do I think about this? Like asking yourself questions. Lola Halmai, can you post some of your writing? Because I also love to write and I would really like to read something that you've written. Okay, so go to my website, lizziesanswers.com, and my writing is on there, and I'm going to write a book someday, so be looking out at your bookstores for a book by Lizzie Rize, because that's me, and I'm gonna write a book. I really want to write novels. My dad really wants me to write nonfiction. I also want to write like a Devo book that you guys could buy, so you could like journal in it and like do different Bible studies. So I have a lot of ideas, but right now I'm really focusing on like keeping my YouTube channel consistent and finishing college, but definitely I want to do that in the future. I want to be a writer or a preacher or an inspirational speaker, like something like that, and keep being a YouTuber, of course. Okay, so those are all the questions that I wanted to answer in this video. Thank you for commenting on my videos and being such a fun, awesome, encouraging YouTube audience. I love you guys so much. You're like my friends and my second family, and I know I say this so much, but I'm just so thankful and grateful for all of you collectively, for how you trust me with your messages, for how you've impacted my life and just kind of shown me who I am and what I'm passionate about and what I want to do with my life. And I love you all so much. I will see you next Monday. Bye!